you ask a billionaire today, can you make 1 million? For a billionaire, it's a joke. Why? Because they have done it over and over again, and their mind has stalled that success mechanism to make 1 million. This is the secret. This is the biggest secret everybody knows. And yes, I'm not talking about law of attraction today. I'm talking about a lot deeper, because the average human only uses 10 to 12% of their mind. And how can we really use the rest of it? I've heard the statistics over and over again that we only use 10 to 12% of our mind, but nobody really told me how to use the remaining of it. But what if I tell you today? What if I open this secret? What if I reveal that hack? And this is so powerful. And when you realize this, the first question you will have is, why nobody told me this before? And that's why I'm telling you this today. And the second question you'll have is that, oh my God, I've got this such powerful tool, my mind, but I was never told how to use it properly. Imagine you have internet and laptop, right? And all this time you just use the files and windows to do all your work. And one day somebody shows you that if you type on Google whatever information you want, you can have it. And you'll be like, why didn't you tell me before? If I had access to internet all this time, why didn't you show it to me before? And that's what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you the internet, the world wide web of your mind, the infinite part of you. You don't want to miss it. And if you feel that somebody else should know, some of your loved ones who are trying to achieve their goals, and this is a powerful information they need to know, please tag them so that we can really pass this information and spread this information to everybody in this world, because this is so precious. And I still don't understand why this is not the first thing we were told when we went to school. Anyway, now we're going to talk about it. You better stay with me here. It's so powerful. And I need a whiteboard to do this information to share with you. So I'm going to use that. What we are doing is, first I'm going to draw a very simple illustration of your mind. I will keep it super simple. I'm not going any scientific, nothing. I'm going to keep it so simple that even an 8-year-old could understand, because that is when I really understand it. Like Einstein says that if you understand something really well, that means that even you can explain it to an 8-year-old. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to explain it to an 8-year-old. That is my level of understanding, if I really understand it. This is our mind. The big part is our mind. Let's assume this big part is our mind, and this is our body. Body is small, although it should be the other way around, but really the mind is more powerful. I've drawn it more powerful and more big. And this is our conscious mind, our thinking mind. That's where we think. And this is our subconscious, which has universal intelligence. What is universal intelligence? Let's first quickly talk about that. I think we have heard of that. Sorry about my writing, it's not that great, but at least I can pass on the information. That's my job. Universal intelligence is all the knowledge there ever is in this universe. That's where it lies in our subconscious mind, because we are spirit and we are everywhere. Although physically our body is here, but we are everywhere. We are present everywhere. And we are never going to die. We are going to leave our body, but we'll always be here. And we have got access to universal intelligence. That means we have got access to whatever knowledge there ever is and there ever will be. All the things, all the power we have got access to through our subconscious mind. I want you to think of it this way. There is one sun which lights the world. And every part of the globe gets the light from that sun, right? We don't need a second sun to give us light. We get it from this one sun. Similarly, there is one universal mind, like sun, and we all are the representation of that mind. So we all are almost like, we all have got access, right? We almost get access. This is our entry point. This is our conscious mind, and then we access that universal intelligence. Really, we all have one mind. We all share one mind, one universal intelligence, and then we have got our own entry point. And this is our conscious mind. This is the most juicy part, what I'm going to talk about. This is really exciting. Are you ready? All our life, all our education system, we were told that you get information. You go in school and you study million things, million subjects. You go crazy. You give exams. You hate most of it, like we all did probably. And then you give tests to tell how much information you know. And based on what test you give, you get the grade. But real thing is that our conscious mind's job is not to gather information and give the test or figure things out. The only job of our conscious mind is to place the order with the universe, with the subconscious mind, with universal intelligence. That is the job. This is the only job of our conscious mind. Place the order. Place the order with Amazon. Place the order and say, this is what I want. We decide this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. We just decide that. We place the order, right? The moment you hold a vision in your mind, you see yourself doing something, you're placing the order. You're creating that image, because the way we communicate with our subconscious mind is through feelings. So we see something, we think about something, and we feel it. The moment we feel it, we place the order, right? And then it's the job of our subconscious mind and our nervous system to deliver it for us. This is their job. It's not our conscious mind's job to figure things out, to find the way. And how many times do we put strain on our conscious mind and say, I need to think of the solution. I need to find the solution. It's not the job. We have been told to use it the wrong way. It's not the job of our conscious mind to figure things out. The job of our conscious mind is to make decisions and say, this is what I want. And hold that image and say, this is what I would love to do. That's it. And then we impress that image on our subconscious mind by visualizing, by sticking onto that image, by feeling it, by feeling if it's already done. The moment we visualize it, we are telling our subconscious mind, this is what I want. We are placing the order. We are impressing it consciously. And the moment it picks it up, so it will take some time. Sometimes it's very fast, based on where your self-concept is. If your self-concept doesn't allow, which resides here, then of course it will reject it. Your subconscious mind will say, sorry, no. But if your self-concept is in alignment and there is no blocks there, your subconscious mind will pick it up fairly quickly. And it will start the process. It will start the process for you to create it in your life. How does that work? Let's see, how does that work? The way it's going to work is that your subconscious mind is like a Google search. The moment you type in the Google search, it starts its search engine. Even when you're taking shower, when you're talking to your friends, when you're eating, when you're sleeping, the search engine is constantly working. You don't know it's working. You cannot tell, but it's working, right? And when the search engine constantly works, it's going to give you an intuitive idea. All of a sudden, we get inspiration. Go and talk to this person. Go and do this. Go and do this. And at that time, since we are working all of this thing on the condition that our self-concept or our self-image is aligned. There are no blocks. If there are blocks, forget about it. But if there are no blocks, no limitations there, then it will put our body, our subconscious mind controls our body, right? It controls us 96 to 98%. And I can prove it to you right now. When you wake up, you do things on autopilot most of the time. 96 to 98% of the time, we are doing things on autopilot. We change our clothes, right? We go and brush our teeth. We don't measure the angle. At what angle do I need to tilt my brush and then brush it? We just do it everything on autopilot. Those success mechanisms are already installed. We just do it everything on autopilot. We drive the car on autopilot. We are not measuring angles. At what angle do I need to press? What is the velocity? Nothing. We're doing most of the things on autopilot. So our subconscious mind controls us on autopilot, and it does all the computations, all the calculations at the back end without us realizing. Even when you drop the pencil, you don't do the computations. Say, I need to bend my arm this way. I need to do this way. Nothing. You just pick the pencil quickly. Who did all the calculations? Your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind's job is to solve all your problems for you. And conscious mind's job is to place the order. This is what I want. Make a decision. And the more we learn this, the more we study this, we know we can make any decision, because for our subconscious mind, it has got access to universal intelligence, so it can do whatever we ask it to do. And all of the things what I'm saying right now is not just manifestation world. This is all these things have been researched over and over and over again by psychologists, by neuroscientists. And all these things are proved by experiments over experiments. So this is not something we are just talking from. It is based all on research, all proven methods. The father of psychology, James, he once said that you even don't know at a conscious level how to pick up the pen. You don't know those computations. So you drop your pen right now, and I ask you, go and pick your pen. You cannot tell me what computations you need to do, what angle you need to bend your elbow, how you need to move your body, what angles you're gonna use. Nothing. You just go and pick up your pen. All the computations, all the problem solving is being done at a subconscious level. Why are we putting so much strain on our conscious mind and asking our conscious mind how to achieve our goal? And when we do that, what do? We feel stuck. Why are we feeling stuck? Because we are not good enough? No. We feel stuck because we are not told how to use our mind, and we are using conscious mind for the wrong reason. The conscious mind's job is to just place the order, and then all the computations, everything is done at the subconscious level. So some of the things which we already know, which we can easily do, those success mechanisms are already installed. It's the first time we tried to drive the car, our subconscious mind had to work a little bit to figure out everything. But it was still doing under the cover. Like, we didn't know about the commutations. But the moment it figures out, it stores that success mechanism, and you can access it over and over again. If you ask a billionaire today, can you make 1 million? For a billionaire, it's a joke. Why? Because they have done it over and over again, and their mind has installed that success mechanism to make 1 million. But somebody who has only made 100K, 100,000, for them, they have to hold that image, and their subconscious mind is going to figure out. But it doesn't mean that they cannot, because they both have access to the same universal intelligence. The only difference is one has already done it, so the success mechanism is already installed, and the other person hasn't done it yet. But doesn't mean they can't. They absolutely can. Okay? The key is, how do we use our mind? We use our mind. We say, okay, what would I love? Create a picture. Create a beautiful picture. What would you love? Believe that you can have it. Constantly feel it. Hold on to the image, and you're going to pass it to your subconscious mind. The biggest roadblock is your self-concept, your self-image, which lies here. If it doesn't align with your self-concept or self-image, if it's beyond it, it's going to block you. And you can never outperform it. You can never outperform it. It will talk you out of it. It will do, its job is to keep you where you are, to keep you safe. Right? What it's going to do is going to talk you out of it. It's going to change your behavior without even you realizing. So whenever you try to exceed it, something is going to happen. Your behavior is going to shift subconsciously. Right? One of the examples is, think of a sales executive, right? And let's say he earns, or he does the revenue of $1 million every year. And he attends a seminar, he gets so motivated, he's like, I'm gonna exceed my goal. And he goes and does 400K in 1 month. What's gonna happen? All of a sudden he starts self-sabotaging. He wouldn't even know what he's doing, because his nervous system will change automatically. And at a subconscious level, he will start doing the things to stop his success. And it's not in his hands. If you tell him, oh, you're doing it, he wouldn't even know. So the key is to make sure your self-image is aligned. That's why I'm so passionate about self-image. That's why I know this is the only answer. Because this image was created when we were born, since we were born. And this image is based on lots of ideas, beliefs, things we hold about ourselves. So it's a program, it's a mental program. And if we don't elevate it to our goals, it's gonna get in the way every single time, and we can never outperform it. So what happens is that if your self-image is aligned and your conscious mind impresses an idea, now what your subconscious mind is gonna do? It's gonna give you all the ideas, information, tools, everything that you need. Okay, everything will come from universal intelligence. That's what you got access to. And this is proven by psychology, that there are people who have shown that they have got access to these things in their dreams. They have got access to these things just as an inspired idea. They could access that information, even the things which they didn't know before, they could see it. So Edison, Henry Ford, and even the highly successful people, executives in this time and age, they have constantly reported. And it's psychology, the studies in psychology have all recorded most of the things, because this is how it works. Like, we get access to universal intelligence. And the other thing it's going to do, it is going to autopilot, because it controls us on 96 to 98%, is going to make our body do the things, the actions which are required. So without even us doing all the back end work, we will just naturally do it. Naturally, on autopilot. Like we go and just eat. When we are hungry, we eat naturally. We don't do any strategy for that. We just eat. Right? So naturally, instinctively, by following our intuition, we'll go and do all the actions that are required. And it will also attract whatever we need. So we know the law of attraction. So when we are in harmony with our goal, when we are on the same frequency, we will attract whatever we need. We may need to talk to somebody. We will get that intuition. Somebody will bump into us, or we will meet that person. Whatever is required is going to happen. So now we need to understand, and we need to teach this to our kids, that the job of conscious mind is not to figure things out. And when you do that, you put strain on your mind. You feel stuck. You feel depressed. You feel worried, because it's not supposed to figure anything out for you. That is the job of your subconscious and your nervous system. So from now on, we will go inwards and we will decide, this is what I want. We will create that image, and then we will hold on to the image with faith that all the back end planning is going on. Like our subconscious mind is running our respiratory system, our digestion, our nervous system, our blood vascular system, it's also working to manifest our desire. Okay? So we will walk with faith, we will walk with trust, and we will start accessing the 90% of or 88% of the mind, which we don't right now, because we're putting all the strain on this poor conscious mind. And that's why we feel anxious, we feel worried, we feel depressed, and all those things happen. So this is the new way of living. By deciding what we want, holding on that image, and then taking inspired action when we feel the intuition, when we feel that intuitive hit, when we know, right, that they are coming from a part of us which is way bigger than us. And you know it. When you're working in alignment, you will know it. You will know when you get this intuitive hits, those downloads, that access to super conscious mind, which is the universal intelligence. You will know it. And that's when we make our life 100 times easier, because now we are not doing. It's like we are here and we will need to go here. So instead of going here, and going crazy, we are taking the shortest route by tapping into our subconscious mind and our universal intelligence. And that's how we live. We are way more powerful than we can ever imagine.